Squids and kids, we've got new news for you. The first ever Splatfest in Splatoon 2 is taking place this Saturday, beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern, and Nintendo just updated their website with the maps and weapons in rotation. What's up, everybody? It's Zach from Switchforce. I've got Jake and Gabe here, and it's pretty cool because in the test fire, they featured 2 Splatoon 2 maps, and now they have kicked those aside in favor of 4 new stages, 3 of which are totally brand new, and 1 is an updated Splatoon 1 DLC stage. There's going to be 2 stages in the first 2-hour block, and those are, Sir Jacob.
First, go front and center with Starfish Mainstage. Yeah! And then second, get your squid culture on at Inkblot Art Academy. Yeah!
I feel like Gabe is going to do Supreme at Inkblot Art Academy because his pacifist nature will allow him to explore and admire all of the art on display.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be where I thrive. But in the meantime, I can tell you about the second set of stages here that are in the second half of the demo here. It's going to be Moray Towers and Humpback Pump Track. I thought I was going to have trouble saying that. I said it correctly. So there we go. 2 other stages.
Right, so that'll be in the 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern slot. And Moray Towers is the updated stage from Splatoon 1 DLC. And then Humpback Pump is a skate park, a Squid Kids skate park.
Yep.
So radical.
Knows that's so radical, bro.
And then the weapon sets are not as exciting, except for the Tentatek splatter shot. It's basically the same as the test fire, but just in case you weren't a part of that, I will read them out for you. The first set is Tentatek splatter shot as the main, Splat Bomb as the sub, and Inkjet as the special. Set 2 will be the Splat Roller with the Curling Bomb and Splashdown. Set 3 will be the Splat Charger with the Splat Bomb and Stingray. And then the final will be the Splat Dualies with the Burst Bomb and the Tenta Missiles. Now, there's no mixing and matching. These are preset loadouts for this Splatfest.
And if you go into the demo, if you already have it downloaded, you can go into the menu and read about what each of those does and like what the strengths and weaknesses are, especially for like the special weapons that are new. You can read exactly how to use them, which I think is helpful. I did that already. And then they gave you 5 tips for anyone trying to get into the Splatfest and do well and fight for your team, whether it be cake or ice cream. And I just quickly wanted to summarize them because I think that they're important. Mark your territory is number 1. You need to be constantly splatting that ink all over the place. Number 2 is use your ink. Do not be afraid to run out of ink because you can turn into a squid and simply regenerate as you swim around the maps. Number 3, know your weapon. I think this is a kind of cool little tidbit. In the first 2-hour slot, it says there's a lot more close quarter combat and a lot more obstacles, so you may want to use something like the Splatter Shot or the Splat Dualies. And then in the second half, the second 2 hours, there's more open lines of sight and more towers and things, so you might want to try out the Splat Charger in those 2 maps. Number 4 is use everything at your disposal. You have now 3 different weapons you can use, including your special sub and main weapon, so make sure you try to use all those different weapons. And then number 5 is always have an escape plan. Know where your team has been splatting ink so that you can quickly swim away through your own color to safety.
Yeah,
well, look at that.
Those are pretty good tips. Splatoon is a different kind of shooter, and it takes people a little while to get used to it. I know it takes me a little while to get used to it every time I play it when I haven't played it in a while. So good little tips there.
And tip 6 from me is to push through the initial frustration and get used to the gyro controls. I feel like Splatoon is so much easier and comes so much more naturally once you become accustomed to gyro, and once you have sort of that at your disposal, you really can up the ability, your ability to spray ink quickly and to hit those surfaces. Because remember, this is not a game about killing, it's about spreading ink, and so that sort of requires a different type of movement, and I feel like gyro control is so good for that. So even if, look, this is just a test. It's not going to go on your record. It's not going to do anything like that. It's a demo. So you try the gyro, see what you think, get familiar with it, and then when the actual Splatoon comes out, you can mess with the regular controls, but I feel like gyro is the way to go.
Here's another tip. This one's from me. You can even start getting used to the gyro right now in the demo.
That is true.
Yeah, so
that's a good tip as well.
Yeah, so if you're nervous about gyro and you don't want to be, you're one of those people that say, "Oh, I don't want to perform badly tomorrow, so I'm not going to use gyro." Maybe take today to get used to it and mess around with the controls and make sure that you're completely good as far as that goes. The gyro is like super sensitive. That's my issue. Like my movements are just too harsh. Like, I don't have like that fine little like finesse that you need. But I am gonna try to get used to it because I know that all the great Splatoon players say that gyro is the way to go.
Absolutely. And it's going to be fun. I like the fact that they're giving us some new stages. I'm excited to go to work trying to help. I guess we're going to be Team Ice Cream and trying to help.
Whoa. Who decided that?
Team Ice Cream! Jake, you cannot fight this any longer.
Maybe I'll just be Team Cake by myself then.
I don't like it, but I feel like it. Either way, we're going to help our teams win, and I am looking most forward to Inkblot Art Academy. I feel like that's going to be my jam. So hopefully we'll see a bunch of you there. We're live streaming the Splatfest. There is a link to that in the description down below. Click that if you want to join us. We'll be kicking off a little bit before the demo activates. So 5:45 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Hope to see a bunch of you there. Until that time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Hope you are pumped for Splatoon 2. And until next time, for myself, Jake and Gabe, Switch Force out.